What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Command This. Happy Monday. Happy post Super Bowl Monday. I don't even know what you guys want to call that shellacking we saw. That Philly game.
I'm telling you right now, it is proof that even the devil wins his battles.
Oh man, I guess so.
I mean,
Here's
the thing. All right. There's some people who believe that they should root for the Eagles, if they're Commanders fans, because it makes our loss look better if they win the Super Bowl. And my girlfriend was one of the people who subscribed to that theory. I can't subscribe.
Why to throw your girl under the bus, dog? God damn, man.
Well, no, that was her thought process.
Kelsey wouldn't do it to Taylor Swift, bro.
Hold on, I would throw Taylor Swift under any kind of. I would throw her under a bus. I would throw her under. Anyway,
ass booty, white flat with a crack down the middle.
Oh man! All right, so we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. We're gonna talk about the game. We're gonna talk about the halftime show. We're gonna make fun of ourselves as Washington fans, New York fans, and Giants fans that came out on social media during the game. Our friend Jimmy Kemsky, who writes for the Philly Voice, been on the show a couple times. He captured a bunch of tweets from opposing fans pre-game, during game, post-game, and they're mildly entertaining. We're going to share those. Then we're going to talk about a potential trade for a player on the West Coast, and then some offseason key dates for the Washington Commanders to look forward to. So that's the show. That's what we're going to do. And yeah, fellas.
And you're going to like it.
You will like it whether you like it or not. But we appreciate everyone who's tapping in, saying hi to everyone. Yam says, build the trenches. We got to do it, man. You see what it can do. You see what Philly does with the trench warfare. And yes, Tia, what's up, fellas in chat? Good evening. How you doing? Tam said, you never won an NFC East to win the rival to win the Super Bowl, but unless it's the Giants to ruin a Patriots perfect season. Man, I saw a meme that said the Mahomes Brady memes were just flowing. There's a picture of Brady like looking down, during that comeback game, and it said Mahomes better sacrifice something to Tom Brady, or sacrifice whatever Tom Brady did that night to make that comeback. And the follow-on reply was, I believe Tom Brady sacrificed his entire family that night. Because if you remember, after that, one of those Super Bowls, that's when Giselle left them, and that shit just went crazy.
It was that he sacrificed his entire life,
everything,
for that Super Bowl in Tampa.
What's up, Marcus, founder of Sports View 2 on the Facebook. Marcus, hope you guys are feeling better. I know that the flu was running through your family the other day. Hope you guys are all bouncing back, doing okay, man. Let's just get right into it. I got one more one more tweet to send, and then we gonna do it. All right, we are off and running on all social media platforms. But fellas, just in general, man, what did you guys think about this Super Bowl? Dev, let's start with you, man. We're not gonna to halftime yet, but let's just talk because it was on Fox this year. Let's talk a little bit about I don't know, camera angles. What'd you feel about the presentation? Because I've seen a lot better, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, now that we have, Amazon Prime Vision, it makes the regular games don't look as good. Just to be real honest with you, I'm hoping more teams, especially CBS, which is the worst in my opinion, gravitate toward that type of style or give more than one option to watch the game like they do sometimes at the Mannings do the commentary, things like that.
Yeah,
I think that stuff's cool. But other than that, man, the pageantry of it, I like the way they had the first artist to ever do the emblem in the middle of the field. That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. I like the halftime show, and we're probably gonna talk about that later. Just to glaze over a little bit. I thought it looked well. I thought that the end zones were dope. I didn't really see a lot of crazy commercials though. Like I didn't.
Commercials,
nothing memorable.
I agree. Commercials were definitely like. I feel like the effort wasn't.
I don't even remember which one was. I don't even remember them.
Yeah, I remember a couple.
Someone said this. I don't know how true it is, but there might be some truth to it. So basically, if you think about it, all the commercials are run through AI, and it kind of feels like that commercials lack a little bit of that soul that you get when you have something that's more human.
No where's the beef moments.
Yeah, I saw a couple of those Duncan with Ben Affleck commercials again. I remember.
I do remember that.
Man, like there was no commercial. Just like every year, there's
nothing jumped out.
Yeah, nothing. It was just like okay. I don't even think I watched half of them.
Just a man.
Anyway,
I mean, I will say this. I will say this. I think that T-Mobile is probably making one of the boldest business moves ever.
Who?
T-Mobile.
Oh yeah. Lincoln was
because Starlink is going to be free until July in beta mode, but still across all cellular platforms, right? That's insane because you're basically saying everybody can try this for free because you're going to want it later on. It basically says if you can see the sky, you got internet access.
I might come over to T-Mobile.
And I have T-Mobile, so I am very, very, very much. So I thought, you know what, that is a slick business move to do that. So I'm about to.
We the government have jumped on that train a long time ago. Just letting you know that.
I know you have.
Do you have Skylink? You like it?
No. I'm just saying for the military we use it. It's been in use. So we've been pouring money into Elon's pockets for a long time. It's going more mainstream now, but it's actually pretty good. A lot of security concerns, but it's good for what it's supposed to do.
It's better than spending money on.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to get. It's hard to get access to the world and internet in remote places, and that's a perfect solution.
It's better than paying for orgies in Bermuda. Seems like what we've been doing.
Yim says he didn't watch the game, only watched halftime and lived vicariously through tweets and clips. It
was a pretty exciting game for it to be a blowout. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's a lot of cool shit that happened.
Yeah.
You got to see a DEI hire score a touchdown on defense. Cooper DeJean, man.
Dude, Cooper DeJean went off, man. He's so good. He's really so
good, man. And he looks 12 years old, by the way.
He does, man. And people are trying to compare. We traded them that pick, the Eagles that pick for Cooper DeJean, and then we got Mike Samerstill, Ben Sinnott, and who's the third guy? Fuck, I'm having a brain fart.
Linebacker
Hampton.
Dominique.
Strong safety / linebacker.
Rogers. Yeah, Dominique Hampton. But Samerstill is a bona fide starter. Sinnott, we don't know what it is. So I mean, it's both people can end up being pretty good. I mean, we might have two good players out of that. They have one.
Hampton played a little bit I think something happened to him. Never got back on the field, but he got a little clock, I guess. So,
Yeah, and he.
special-
I mean, I think Cooper. I saw a tweet that Cooper was the only person in the history of the NFL to intercept a, intercept a pass and
score a touchdown on his birthday or some
touchdown.
shit.
Yeah, and have you seen
On his birthday.
have you seen Cooper's high school mixtape basketball?
No.
Yeah. I've seen it on Twitter. People,
You got to watch this real quick, Phil. It will blow your mind.
but most like
Ready?
I mean, Romo was like
He's an athlete.
Jesus on the court, though. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. His one of the things he was touted for was he was just super
Strong.
athletic.
Jack too for a high school
Yeah,
kid.
and he's just dunking on. That was his thing. He was athletic. No one knew where he was going to fit. But at some point, it's crazy because sometimes you can be all the athlete in the world and you just can't put it together. Think of who was it? Laurent Landry. So
Mac McClung was like this in high school.
Mac McClung. Yeah, Mac McClung. Gate City, Virginia.
Who's the kid? Who's the kid from Duke? The kid from Duke's getting that kind of hype.
Cooper
too.
Flag.
Yeah, but he's
Cooper
doing it.
Flag
He's
will
doing
be
it in
a
college.
wizard.
He'll be the
Cooper
first
Flag.
pick in the draft.
Cooper
He's
Flag.
might be y'all's team.
He will be a wizard. I'm telling you. Watch out. It's coming. We're tanking for Cooper.
Must see TV.
Yeah, tanking for Cooper. Yam says reports coming in already.
Is this season tanking for Mr. Cooper?
Tanking for Mr. Cooper. Yeah, like this. Like we have 9 wins, so we have the fewest wins in the NBA. We want a little streak there, but we got to settle down a little bit.
Yeah, you can. Yam says reports coming in already. This could be the least watched Super Bowl in like 10 years. Also confirmed 1.3 mil people turned the game off as soon as halftime was over. Now you can look at this two ways. You can look at this two ways. Like Steve said, the blowout, or you could be like halftime show was the most exciting thing, so they all wanted to see that shit. What would happen, and then left.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, it didn't disappoint.
I like
it. You know, the thing about the halftime, and I'll go ahead and say this: the best part about the halftime show wasn't the show, right? Because it could have been better, but it's the only halftime show I can remember that it keeps getting better the more you watch it. Like it's
like if you go back and watch it.
Yeah, it's more interesting the more you hear and read about it and watch it. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean,
but I ain't gonna lie.
It's typical Kendrick throwing in all the Easter eggs.
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If you had to talk, I think the party aspect of the Super Bowl would have been better if they had like a Wayne, Master P, No Limit, Cash Money mashup, man. I think that would have been better.
Oh, yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. For the moment, it being in New Orleans,
you
know what I'm saying? I think it would have been better. But I knew Kendrick would put on a show now. I think most of us kind of knew he would put on a show. It was not the disrespect to him. He's dope.
He goes, when he's doing not like us, he goes, say Drake. He just has that big smile on his face.
The nigga wore an A minor. He wore an A minor necklace, dog.
He wore an A minor necklace.
Did you see the flags in the background? They had a little A and some kids tossing it up in the air in the background.
Did you see one of his dancers pulled up a South Sudan flag and then the cops tackled him and dragged him off?
Did you see the flags in the background? They were A minors.
Yeah.
Did you see Serena, his ex-girlfriend, sea walking?
I did.
Another funny note about that, though, Steve. Her brother notoriously got murdered by a Crip, which I think is weird. You know what I'm saying?
That is weird.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So, the day Kendrick got announced as the halftime act, Drake immediately confirmed his Australia tour. So he was in Australia.
Melbourne live, yeah.
Like, who gives a fuck that Drake's in Australia?
Drake
what I mean is he did that probably because he knew the potential of did you see the meme about Patrick Mahomes and Drake hugging each other, like consoling each other? Because they both got cooked on the same
man.
Terrence, congratulations, man. Flag was
Drake is still, I think, if you were to Google, he's still one of the top 2 or 3 streamed artists on any platform, dog.
He is.
Nothing happened to him because
of toxic shit.
And then plus Kendrick and Drake fans aren't the same people. Most people don't like both. One is more of a pop rap artist with more female fans than man fans.
Yeah.
Yams
being chipper. Yams being chipper in the chat. Eagles still the little cousins of the NFC East.
It's okay to like Drake and Kendrick, though. I like them both.
They can both be good.
Right.
Eagles Eagles got their second Super Bowl, man. It's crazy. Some people will go their entire lifetime and not see one, maybe see one. And I was talking to my friend at work. He's an Eagles fan. He's like, I never in my life thought I would see 2, or then I saw see 1, let alone 2, and then 2 in such a 5-year window. It's just such a such a rare thing. So cherish it.
I think the Eagles can run some off, dog. I think we're the only team. The only way you're gonna beat the Eagles if you have a top 5 offensive defense. We got a top 5 offense, dog. We're like a top 10 defense. If we didn't turn it over, we probably would have won that one. It makes you sick to think about that, bro. Just don't drop the fucking ball, dog. And we in the game. Yeah, and we in the game.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. We did.
Game, bro.
We did.
We were scoring on them. Kansas City couldn't even score on them until them niggas start taking dudes out. Like, you know, it's wild, bro. Football is a game of matchups, man. Because you can't tell me the Ravens wouldn't have played this game better and they got beat around before that shit. Yeah. So it's like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like,
Yam says there's a full-on breakdown of the halftime show and all the symbolism used. Yeah, it was good. You know, they laid the stars and stripes of the flag, and they laid down and created swastikas with their bodies on the ground. It was good. And then, you know, you had Samuel Jackson playing what's the guy from, man, what did Samuel Jackson?
RoboCop?
No. He was kind of playing the guy from Django, Steven. You know, hey, you know, you're too loud. Yam says Prince still has the best, but that was a fun show. Didn't we do top 5 Super Bowl?
I think I might have picked Prince or Michael Jackson.
Everyone thinks.
Didn't we do this last? Didn't we do that last year?
We did do a top 5 Super Bowl thing.
Oh, we did.
Or at least talked about it. I think I did have Prince, though. He had to be my top 2.
I don't even remember.
I think me and Phil had Prince.
James Taylor.
I had Prince is number 1. I think you had. I think the thing is though is that
Lady Gaga
there's been so many good halftime shows, but there's so many bad ones.
You know who low key had a dope one? Katy Perry. Katy Perry had a good one.
Yeah. Bruno Mars one was good.
Bruno Mars one was good. Yeah. Bruno Mars was good because everybody was disappointed that Bruno Mars was doing it. And then it's like, wait a minute.
A lot of the people just disappointed about this show is because they don't know who he is, right? And because they don't listen to his music and they're too old. They're boomerish. And they're like, Kendrick Lamar should have introduced himself to the world. He sang his most popular song. What else do you want him to do?
We had a family member, you know, just for full closure. My wife is Lily White, by the way. But we had a brother call and say, hey, who's this guy? Now they know.
That's fair, man. A lot of people. He is not mainstream like a lot of other people. Let's
rephrase that.
Hey, that's my best friend from kindergarten right there, man. James Taylor, bro.
No, you are right, Phil. He has become mainstream this year.
He released an album that finally he mixed the shit that he does that goes pop with the shit that the heads love.
Yeah,
and you know it's a hard thing to do, you know, but you know, and that's one of the reasons why I always say that, you know, you can talk about Drake's got a lot of songs. Drake don't have any classic albums because he can't do an album that does both, right? He's either got to appeal to he does some of the rap shit where he actually spits some bars, which he can do, or he's got to do all of his lover boy toxic shit. Right, it's either one or the other with Drake. That's why I always said Drake can't. For some reason, he just can't put it together in one album, right? But
I don't know, man. Take Care was what that was.
Take Care is I sleep through that album. It ain't that good. Views from the Six is a better album.
Views, I like Views too,
but I don't think he has a classic. Kendrick's got 2, 3 albums you can call classics. The only 4 if you want to count. Damn. Which was his most accessible album before GNX. The only I will say is though, Mr. Morale is a hard album to listen to because it's too.
Certified Lover Boy is a good one too, though, bro. You sure? Take Care, in my opinion, is my favorite. Nothing Was the Same, bro. He's got a lot of Thank Me Later. He's got some albums, man. I'm not gonna take nothing from Drake. I mean, maybe he didn't write them. He probably didn't write them, but I'm saying, there's
most
talent.
of them don't write their.
You can't say he don't have talent if he didn't.
Except Kendrick does.
Kendrick does because Kendrick's a battle rapper.
Right. If Drake didn't have talent, they could make another Drake. Obviously, they can't do that.
I don't know. Like I said, look, there's a lot of Drake shit that I like. I mean, I know I kind of come across as a Drake hater because. I always say Drake makes
it's easy to do. It's low hanging fruit at this point.
Well, you thank Kendrick for that one.
Yeah. I mean, you can take Pusha T for that one. You can thank a lot of people for that. True,
and I'm a big Push fan.
I am too. Out of the 3, he would be my favorite. Actually, he's one of my personal favorites.
But I thought it was a good halftime show. It wasn't a great halftime show in terms of like how you traditionally think of halftime shows, no, it was not a great halftime show.
I would rather
But
see
was
Quinn
it,
at
was
halftime,
it a
bro.
great show? Yes. If what I'm saying makes any sense to anyone.
Yeah.
I wasn't disappointed. I'm letting you know that. And especially looking back at it. I wasn't disappointed. But I still would have rather, for fun's sake, man, for nostalgia's sake, I would rather heard Wayne and Master P or somebody out there, dog. Just because I knew the atmosphere was right for it.
It would have sold better to the
Casual.
Yeah, to the casual person. And I think next year they're gonna go pendulum swing and go to
No, yeah, they're gonna go
pop
fucking
or
Queen or some
country.
shit. No,
They're gonna go back to
they're gonna definitely that motherfucker next year, bro. Pouring some shit
because
on everybody.
they did the West Coast stuff. Man, we're already talking about. All right, we'll just skip past the halftime show when we get to them. They did the West Coast and they did Rihanna.
Yeah, they did New York before too with Jay-Z and all of them came out there.
Yeah.
And
see, and I will say the Dr. Dre halftime show was great. Yeah, and Kendrick was in that, by the way.
Right.
But
I think they should have went with Wayne. And like I said, I like them both. I like Wayne too. But I wonder if it wasn't for the Drake beef, Wayne probably still would have been in it, I think.
Maybe.
But it wasn't a lot of guest appearances. It was kind of weird, like watching a halftime show that most people only knew one song.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Well, let's get back to the game, then we'll go back to the halftime show. We're all out of order now. James Taylor says Drake was in Australia because the Kangaroos can't say A minor. Crystal says Prince was the best, arguably on many ballots. He is the best.
I don't think he's if he's not number one for people, he's number two. Anyone who says he's less than, because a lot of people will either point to someone who's like their specific favorite, or they like they'll go back to the like the MJ doing the first real big Super Bowl. We'll see.
Yeah,
but I'm never going to argue Prince. His halftime show was fantastic. If you've never seen it, YouTube exists for a reason, people.
Yes, we won't be showing any WWE clips anymore because
God damn.
We showed all those NFL clips, not one copyright strike. We show 18 seconds of a WWE clip, and bam, your video is now frozen. Either way, Yam bringing up the fact that all the dumbasses on Facebook complaining was unreal. Some of the things he read almost made me deactivate today. And that's what I was talking about. People are like, I don't know who Drake is. I didn't understand it. And I couldn't hear his voice over the music. I'm like, I heard his voice perfectly fine. I couldn't understand what he was saying. How am I supposed to enjoy this?
I can't understand what Michael McDonald was saying either. Listen to this guy. Michael sound like Michael McDonald inside.
Motown's finest.
I got your picture and another day. You call my name, whispering in your ear. Ooh. What the fuck did he say?
Who knows, man? There's nothing but the real thing. Y'all will be there.
Not in love anymore. And then you hear, what's the next part?
Because every time I hear that, I start doing regulate. So
yeah, I mean,
that was the original.
Michael McDonald sounded great, and you loved him, dog. But nobody knew what the fuck. It's like James Brown, just like yeah. And then he laughs. Like what the fuck you said?
Yeah. Crystal says Post Malone and Country Friends
seemed
next
like there were some audio issues just in general during that performance. Like the mic was fading out in a lot of ways.
Aaron says Prince, Dre, Yep. All right, so back to the actual football game. I mean, it was probably one of the most dominant. It's going to go down as arguably one of the most dominant performances in Super Bowl history. Yes, you can say our 42-10 score 1987 versus the Broncos was better than their 40-22, but let's be honest, Eagles were playing defense for shit for the last 5 minutes. They were already they were already dunking Gatorade at 4 minutes to go. I mean, arguably,
it's hard not to like them because it's such a fucking tool.
This game could arguably go down as the most dominant Super Bowl game.
You got
game
probably the most petty fucking team in football.
I will say this:
the most petty president and the most petty rapper, the same place, same time.
From a historical standpoint, I would equate this in terms of just a dominant Super Bowl performance. It felt like Bears Patriots in 85.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, Oakland, Tampa Bay Oakland's a great comparison.
Bears
because
is too.
The score doesn't necessarily say all-time greatest dominating performance, but if you look at the game itself, it was kind of similar to how the Chiefs scored some points towards the end to make it look a little more respectable, and Oakland did the same thing. But let's be honest, that Tampa Bay Oakland game was never in doubt from early on, and I think that's the same way with this one. It's just it was a dominating performance. Does that make the Eagles one of the all-time greatest teams ever? No.
Plus, what makes it like the Bears game is that Sweetness didn't score, neither did Saquon.
That's the other. I was going to bring that up. That is another comparison I thought of when I was watching. I was like, damn, this is just like even with Saquon not getting any love. I mean, all they needed to do to really kind of cement that was to have like what's his name in there, Jalen Carter get in there and score a touchdown on a fullback dive.
I mean, they had the Chiefs had 12 first downs. The Eagles had 21. Eagles were 3 for 12 on third down, which is weird. Didn't feel like that, but the Chiefs were 3 for 11, 345 total yards. The Chiefs 275, 70 plays. The Eagles ran. They rushed for 135. The net yards rushing for Kansas City was 49. It was. No, but you guys, you're right. They bottled up Saquon. He only had I think he only averaged like 2.5 yards. He had like 53 yards rushing. But going back to Dev's point, Jalen Hurts did exactly what he needed to do to win this game.
Yeah, no mistakes.
If you ultimately, if the MVP was a unit award, you could give it to the D line and whatever. But it's not. It's an individual award, and the quarterback usually will win it most times. He played an efficient game. He played great. I'm sure it'll be a little bit very quickly before we hear Chiefs fans saying that they need to ban the tush push. Mike Pereira already said it's going to be looked at, so we'll see what happens when it comes out. I don't know if it's going to get removed or how are they going to fix it, but
there already is a rule you can't push somebody from the back.
They used to have that rule, but they actually got rid of that a couple of years ago.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yes,
it was mostly for field goal kicks too. It was becoming a danger to push another player into the center. Then they said you can't jump over the center. I don't know about the offensive side. I know on the defensive side they got rid of it.
They got rid of it.
But think about this, dude. Kenny Pickett got a ring. Nick Gates got a ring. Jahan Dotson got a ring.
Jahan Dotson about had a touchdown.
All before people like Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and all these powerhouses that the Chiefs just keep, gatekeeping out. All those guys. And Phil, your tweet, as soon as you tweeted that, they called back his.
I know. I was like, God damn it.
Jahan Dotson, long pass. I saw a tweet. This was the longest decoy setup in the history of the NFL. They decoyed him for 19 weeks and then let him go on the first drive of the Super Bowl. I was like, man, that shit's funny, right?
You can't single coverage everybody and stack the box, dog. So
you can't stack the box.
A hole somewhere.
Exactly.
There's gonna be a hole somewhere, man.
James was talking about, Kendrick used a platform to send a message. The people heard it. It was meant for it. And that was the thing. Aaron said it too. There was a message. It had meaning.
James again. Me and James grew up together in Kentucky, man. We grew up.
Appreciate you, James. Just a reminder, guys, hit that like button on Facebook for us, man. We would greatly appreciate it. Help us with the algorithm. Yim said, not just because I hate the Eagles, but that is just what's boring to me. Clearly the Chiefs weren't the best in the AFC. I would have liked to have seen the Bills or Chiefs. I mean, the Bills or Ravens. Either one of those teams would have been a better performance. I'm telling you, man, there was something to them just winning every game by the skin of their teeth, the hair on their chinny chin.
I told y'all, man. I don't hear shit. Y'all all picked the Chiefs, dog. I told y'all it was gonna be a blowout. I told you guys.
I didn't even pick a score. We
almost got
derailed.
The score right. I'm telling you, I told y'all they was gonna blow them turkeys out. Smoke their boots, bro.
Yeah, they sure did.
Smoked them. Get them out of here.
Yeah. Someone told me the line changed after Thursday. I didn't even check myself. But when we did it last week, it was 1.5, 1.5 for the Chiefs. But
I don't even know why anybody thought it would be close. Because it's the Chiefs. The only reason you thought it was because
they always find a way.
Quarterback. Yeah. But it's hard to go against them, man. Yeah. But man, you can almost see, like, man, they can't score enough, dog, to beat this team. Yeah. You gotta have a team that can. To beat the Eagles, man, you got to have a top 5 offense and top 5 defense, both. Because you can't stack the box or you're going to be one-on-one with 2 all-stars. And one all-star and all-pro, actually.
Yep.
So it's just It's just crazy. Folks thought it was our corner that got whooped. It looks like he whoops all corners, dog. So there you go. There's that. Lattimore isn't so bad now, huh?
Not so much.
Right. He whoops everybody if you throw him the ball. They just ain't got to throw him the ball.
Yeah. Yep. Yam says Scouse Andy hates it. Scouse is a physical therapist. He cringes at the damage and injury potential of the tush push. Yeah, especially those guys in the trenches, man. Marcus is happy that Mekhi Becton got a ring. Mekhi Becton is a free agent, man. We can pick him up. We could sign him as a tackle.
He said he wants to play tackle. He plays guard for the Eagles.
He plays guard. We could pick him up as a left guard or I don't know.
You don't like Andretti or
Already, he could be right guard. He could play outside of Cosme then. I don't know. He's going to be on the roster, on the watch. Yeah, did y'all see the joke about Brady? After giving Brady $375 million, Fox only has $25 left to spend on this. That was one thing I hated about the pageantry of the Super Bowl. The scoreboard was terrible. It was literally 2 logos and 2 numbers. Did you guys see that?
Let me tell you all this.
Yeah, all right. Let's show you.
Here's a little bit of
it was so bad.
Here's a little bit of media knowledge that people apparently don't understand. Every time they do a new score bug, a new graphics package for football, they debut it
right there, Dev,
at the Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
I remember the first time that happened was actually Super Bowl 26, Bills Redskins. CBS debuted a whole new graphics package.
Why at the Super Bowl though? That's just the dumbest thing.
Because everyone's watching. It's brand new.
I guess if it hits, it's gonna hit big. But if it sucks, it's gonna suck big. Don't ever show this again, Fox. Ever. This is terrible. Terrible. I get it. It's minimalist.
I got used to it after a while. It didn't bother me. Like the way people reacted, though, I was just like, is it that bad that we gotta act like?
You
just expect. You know what? I would expect. What I want is what, like Deb said, what I see on the advanced stuff on Amazon Prime. Yeah. That's what I want in a Super Bowl.
They ruined football.
Dude. They want. Well, I think Fox
Prime or Red Zones
they're trying to go with a simplified graphics package.
Yeah. Aaron said can't stand Travis sellouts.
Have you seen? By the way, have you seen? Did you see that they now you know how Fox does the animated players? Like they have the cartoon versions of players or like comic book versions. Have you noticed now that in that graphics package they move?
I did not.
Yeah, they actually have them move like they're the actual player, but it's drawn.
Stepping their game up.
Well, they're trying something. Not everything hits.
Yeah,
but, whatever. I mean, I didn't think it was. I got used to it after a while. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. In a couple of years, they're gonna have a new graphics package like they do every couple of years.
Yeah.
And we'll move on. Well, and everybody will hate that one.
Yep. I mean, and Hurts, in addition to his 222 yards and 2 touchdowns, he also put in 72 yards on the ground and another touchdown. So he had some good scrambles. He scrambled when he needed to. Mahomes, 21 for 32, 257 and 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But a lot of that yardage was when they were just playing zone and they weren't really carrying the last 3 drives, maybe something like that. Yeah. But that Eagles defense was just looking good. Brandon Graham got to play. He might be his last game forever in the NFL. Josh Sweat, 2.5 sacks, going to be a free agent. Milton Williams, 2 sacks, going to be a free agent. Those 2 guys right there had the best contract games they could possibly have for their last games in the Super Bowl. And you can't pay all of them. So they're going to and I think the Eagles only have $24 million in cap space right now.
Josh Sweat might be coming in.
Josh Sweat, man, first give me Myles Garrett. Find a way to get Myles Garrett.
Give me both. If you give me both. Get Josh Sweat and Myles Garrett on the outside.
Crosby or Bosa.
Or Max Crosby. Yeah. Or Max Crosby. So we were gonna talk about the halftime show. We did kind of talk about it, but overall, in general, did you like it, Phil? Did you get fire or thumbs down?
What, the Super Bowl itself?
Yes, the halftime show.
Oh, the halftime show got a thumbs up for me. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was the greatest thing that ever existed.
Right.
Prince one still gets that. I would give it a solid 7 as a performance. Overall, not look at it from a normie perspective. As someone who's a big Kendrick fan, that shit was fire.
Yeah.
But as a looking at it from a normie perspective, it's still a solid 7.
Yeah. And here, we played this earlier, but here, if you can see it, here is the set list. It was Squabble Up, Humble, DNA, Euphoria, Man at the Garden, Peekaboo, Luther, All the Stars, Not Like Us, and TV Off. So the song selection, it went out. It got better for the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was all in on 5. It got a little slow for me in the middle, and then it picked up at the end. That's
right, so Euphoria to me. I like Euphoria better than Not Like Us as far as all the Drake disses.
I tell you, I ain't gonna lie. The best diss, in my opinion, is Family. Is it Family Matters?
Family Matters.
I think it's the best one.
What the Drake one Drake did?
I think it's the best one, but it gets everybody. It gets everybody. I think it's the best one. I don't think he won the moment. Obviously,
it's horrifically. That's such a horrifically mid song.
Because I think the things that are standing are.
It's because Kendrick immediately ruined it for him.
I just think the wordplay is better. Now the song itself, man, it took a life of its own. He won the moment. It's a better song because it went pop. It blew. It popped. But as far as just straight diss and the words,
Family Matters is a great one.
Yeah,
Push-Ups was good too. But what I liked about Drake's song is that each of his songs bled into the next one. So he was already planning the next one when he finished because if you notice, the end of each song was the beginning of the next song.
I mean, Kendrick might have.
The problem is that he just couldn't keep up.
Yeah. Well, if
what was it? 50 minutes after Family Matters dropped, Meet the Grams dropped.
Yeah. He also was dissing three.
And Meet the Grams is one of the most personal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it is uncomfortable to listen to. It's it's vicious.
Yeah, none of us want to see the Eagles go through a dynasty, man. None of us. I was talking to a coworker in work today, and I don't think they're going to miss Kellen Moore. I mean, it's Nick Sirianni's offense. And Kellen Moore is a very Eric Bieniemy-like quarter. He's just super pass happy. And once they reeled in and realized, oh shit, we got Saquon Barkley. Let's just give him the ball, and then we don't have to pass that often. That's when the team just started clicking. But Kellen Moore is a pass happy coordinator, and I don't think I think his fit will be better with the Saints because Spencer Rattler would just rip and throw it if they draft someone. So I don't know. Marcus gives it an 8. I think I'm about there too, between 7.5, 8. I liked it. I'm a big fan of Kendrick. I mean, I'm a casual fan of Kendrick, but I like all his stuff. So I was entertained. I got my 6-year-old out there, doing his version of a sea walk out there. He was singing mustard, and They're Not Like Us. He knows those songs. We listen to those songs. They have clean versions that we listen to all the time together. So my kids all know.
Say the Hovio part.
Yes, they all know Kendrick Lamar, dude, because we listen to it on our playlist.
I wonder why. I wish he had done the whole song though. Not just like he did like basically a part of a verse.
Yeah,
the main part.
As a car guy, I was really cringing when he came out and started dancing on top of that 1987 GNX because I'm like, oh, that is such a beautiful car. Please stop, Kendrick. Please, I know you can fix it.
That's just a prop. It wasn't a real car.
No, that was a fucking real car, dude. That was a real thing. That was a real thing. My aunt has one. I know.
It had a thing.
It wasn't a Grand National. It wasn't a Grand National. It was a GNX. There's a difference.
It had a thing on the bottom that looked like it was attached to the car, and it was all coming from the bottom of the stage through the car. So that's why I was like, that might just be a prop car.
But it's funny because album is GNX, but then he opens up his first song saying, "All I ever wanted was a black Grand National." It's 2 separate cars, but they're almost the same. It's the same car, but it's different features of the car. But either way, great show. I don't mind it. What I did expect was more guest performers, like surprise ones that you don't know about.
I was
hoping to see
Scissor and Mustard.
Yeah, I was hoping, something like Snoop was live streaming about it. I just thought it would be something. That's the only thing that I got let down on, but it was great show. I didn't mind it at all.
I think that's because we've become conditioned to believe that there's going to be a guest, a big surprise guest.
100%. It doesn't have to be. You're right. We're just conditioned to it. Literally, it's his show. He can do whatever he wants. He didn't have to bring out SZA either. Anybody. So,
who do y'all want to see in the Super Bowl that you haven't seen?
That we haven't seen?
Yeah. Who's like the halftime show?
Oof. I don't know, man.
See. So my girlfriend Crystal popped in. She said next year it's gonna be Post Malone and Country Friends.
I'm telling you, they're going to swing the pendulum back to country.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to be mad at that. All right. So I'm going to say this. I'm not the biggest Post Malone fan, right? But I'm going to say something that's going to piss off a lot of people. His country album light years better than Beyonce's.
I don't think you're pissing anybody off with that. But
No, goddamn. It's funny because all these critics who I watched kind of go, Beyonce's country album's all right.
she
And
sounds
then when
great
she
on
got
it,
the award, oh, it was the best country album of the year. I'm like, no, it wasn't. Y'all didn't even think that when it came out.
She sounds great. She got a Grammy for her work. She got her first Grammy for album of the year on her work.
That's what you call. She got that Grammy as a make good.
That was a Josh Allen award.
But everyone's now like Post Malone used the culture to become famous, gets embraced, and then he pieces out and goes back to country music.
SGA gonna get one this year in the NBA, man. Jokic ain't gonna win it. Dude's average almost a triple-double with 29 points.
Yeah,
and he ain't gonna win. He ain't gonna win the MVP again.
I think Luka makes his debut tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, 9:30.
Oh, did you hear the Mavs owner? The Mavs owner was shitting on Luka.
Mark Cuban.
Yeah, no, the GM. I'm sorry.
Oh, the GM
is fat.
Yeah,
said basically it was culture issues and all this other stuff. I'm like, culture issues,
dude. For that, you figure it out.
Luka must have called somebody a nigga.
Make it work.
Yeah, Luka must have called somebody a nigga. Right? Like, what the fuck that happened, bro? You know, drop the F-bomb or call somebody a nigga is one of them. Really gay nigga, he really got fucked up. Like
Noah, he said Noah. Noah.
Yeah. Noah Kaneka. He must have accidentally called Frank Niggavelli instead of
talk is cheap, motherfucker.
Like a Curry did. Niggalina.
Oh,
you see that clip whenever Curry was trying to get Frank Ntilikina's name, he kept calling him Niggalina.
I did not.
In a press conference.
No.
It's just hilarious.
TM Martin Esquire says SZA and Serena Williams popped up. Yeah, Serena was doing her thing, man. I
was saying her brother allegedly got killed by a crib, which I think is weird. But you want to Seawalk.
Also says not as long as Jay-Z running the halftime shows, it's not going to be. Did they give him like?
You can't say that. The motherfucker had all kinds of. He had Lady Gaga out there.
Jay-Z creator like.
Rock Nation is the management of that party shit. They do all the entertainment music things. So,
but I mean, it's up to them to choose whoever they want.
Yeah, he's in charge of that.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's been for like 2, 3, 4, or 5 years or some shit.
Did it start with the West Coast Rams show?
No, it's been like 4 or 5 years, man.
Yeah, it's been like that for a hot minute.
Yeah, probably longer than that. Yeah, but
with a diamond in the sky, if you feel it, right?
That's why everybody always wondered why him and what's his name didn't do it. Him and Beyonce doesn't do one. That'd be pretty dope too, by the way. But I don't know who'd you want to see, Steve or Phil? Man, Wu-Tang Clan would be dope.
So I was about to say Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, look, I'm wearing a Wu-Tang shirt under.
Wu-Tang, yeah, I see. I got that hoodie.
Well, all they're gonna do is stand on stage and all rap the same verses. Saying it wouldn't.
You pick the best verses from United, 36 Chambers.
It'd be like this year's, nobody would understand it.
Who cares, man? I would.
Old Dirty's dead.
I would love it. They wouldn't do it though. I mean, you could bring back. You could get real cheesy and do like Belle Biv. You could bring back all the '90s new edition Belle Biv DeVoe. You could bring back,
a new
East Coast family.
I'm going to say it's a new Jack Swing halftime show.
What Teddy Riley? All the new Jack Swing songs.
A little bit of Blackstreet.
Keith Sweat be out there a little bit. New edition will be out there. TLC.
Yeah.
You got bring them all. That would be it for me. I want a new Jack Swing.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, TM. This is what Dev just said that earlier in the show. That Serena Williams' sister was allegedly killed by Crips. Serena was a blues walking, not Crips.
She was
wearing all blue though. Why was she wearing blue?
She was wearing all blue. Big dog.
Wearing all blue.
That's why I said
I didn't see her spelling anything out with her feet. She was doing the generic version.
I know she's blood walking, but
they had all these patches. They had all these patches that on his jacket, right? Kendrick's all these patches. One of them was a Nationals patch.
A Washington Nationals patch?
Yeah.
But the front of it was Florida, right? Was it Florida, like a Florida Gators jacket?
No, it said Squabble.
Oh, okay. I thought it said Florida, man.
I don't know what I like to see, man.
But he had a Washington Nationals patch on that jacket.
Nice. Crystal says, I'm honestly surprised we don't have like Elton John, Metallica. Didn't we have Elton John?
I think Elton John might have done one.
We had
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith might have done one.
Aerosmith did it in 2000. They did the one that was with they did the one with Nelly, because Nelly rapped EI over Walk This Way with Aerosmith playing.
Guns N' Roses, if they're doing one, that'd be a pretty good one.
Guns N' Roses would be nuts.
Yeah, it would be.
Because they got
the 60th one. Yeah, 60th one, you got to go big, man. You probably got to reach down into the archives a little bit. But
you got to get a legend. How many legends, like true legends?
James said his coat said Gloria. Is that what it said?
Hold on.
Guns N' Roses did perform at Super Bowl 2020, but they didn't. They wasn't the headliner.
It did say Gloria. See, that's why all I saw was RI, and I couldn't see what it. So I thought it was like Florida, because no, it's Gloria. It says Gloria.
I thought you had to swap up on that jacket.
Gloria.
No, it's a metaphor for his pen game and his rhyming skills, for which he won several Grammys. Okay.
Oh, you know what? Because I saw the G on the one side, and that's what I thought.
There we go. James dropping the lid. There we go.
Mom's name. Hey, James and me grew up together. I'm telling you, that's my dog.
His mom's name. There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Shout out to James, his brother Brad.
Hey, so check this out. Now we're going to show from our guy, Jimmy Kempski. He writes for the Philly Voice. He's a friend of the show. We've had him on a couple times. What he did was he captured fans' tweets from pregame, postgame, during game, and postgame. And I want to show it because it's just funny. You know, I think that we should just look at this with, an objective set of eyes and laugh at ourselves, especially laugh at the other fan bases. But what he did was each statement has
we actually come across pretty good in this.
We do come across pretty good. That's what I'm saying. So here we go. We're going to share this. First one. Let's not forget that this is pregame. I'm sorry. Hope the worst fan base on earth is crying in their pillows tonight. Hopefully on some terrible calls that win it for KFC. F Philly for life. That was a Commanders fan. Let's not forget that in addition to putting Saquon on a platter, we essentially gifted them Devontae by telegraphing the pick, and we gifted them 2 division wins a year for the last 14 years. Spags is all we have to root for. Ugh, Giants fan. We could be here right now, a Commanders fan.
Yeah,
true.
A million motherfuckers had to drop the ball.
I just read that Patrick Mahomes 8-0 against defenses coached by Vic Fangio. This was pregame, by the way. I dislike you, Jerry Jones. That's from a Cowboys fan. I just watched Strahan waving an Eagles flag. This evening is already off to a horrible start from a Giants fan. Still holding out for a meteor. Cowboys fan. A lot of people rooted for that. I'm rooting for the meteor strike.
I was rooting for the halftime show and a meteor.
Yeah. Can't forgive the Eagles for pulling Hurts from the Washington game when they were ahead and losing the game, depriving the Giants of winning division and going to the playoffs. I have gotten to a point that the Eagles are further down on my list, and the Cowboys has never thought that would happen. That was the game that they pulled Hurts from the game and put Nasty Nate Sudfeld on the game, right? That was the Taylor Heineke year.
Hurts was playing like ass. People forget that. Hurts was terrible that game. That's why he was taken out.
I think he had completed he showed some flashes. He was making some 21. He had a very terrible pass percentage, but he's your rookie quarterback. I think the fans just wanted to throw the rookie and let him play. Hurts isn't as good as Dak. Oof. That's a Cowboys fan.
All right. See, I don't want to ever hear anyone talk about us as a fan base. We don't say shit like that.
Yeah. I really don't like the Chiefs, but I hope the Eagles get embarrassed today, Commanders. Yeah, that's fair. Shane, Giants GM, single-handedly gifted Filthy a Super Bowl. Even Gettleman never did that. Worst GM in Giants history. Your kids told you to draft Jayden Daniels, but you didn't do it. Rooting for the refs. I mean Chiefs in this one. Cowboys. All right. Hate that I'm going for the Eagles today, but I like Saquon. I think Barkley is Super Bowl MVP. Will embarrass Shane even further. Anything that helps push the clown out the door is a good thing, Giants. Was Eli winning the kick of destiny the best moment from our season? I legitimately think it might be. All right. During the game, Jahan, this is for Phil. Jahan would easily be our wide receiver too, and he barely gets looks with AJ and Devontae, a Cowboys fan. There you go.
Yeah.
Here you go, Dev. Eagles spent entire season establishing Dotson as a worthless decoy. It's the longest con in history. That's Super Bowl champion Dotson to you. That came from a Commanders fan. Let's see. I'm very happy for Saquon. If the Eagles win this, their fans are going to be insufferable for the next 10 years at least. That's a true story.
They're insufferable when they're 0-16.
Yeah. Looks like I picked the wrong season to stop sniffing glue.
I love anytime someone's gonna pull an Airplane reference, you're gonna get a win from me.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a reference to the movie Airplane.
Okay, usually it's I pick the worst day to stop drinking, but
No, it's the worst. I picked the wrong day to stop drinking.
Don't talk me,
Okay.
Shirley.
I picked the wrong day to quit. I picked the wrong day to quit amphetamines. You know,
Got it.
There's a whole bunch.
The 55 burger is starting to sting a little bit less. That came from a Commanders fan. Yeah. Mahomes has never looked more like a cross between Kenny Powers and Kermit, a Giants fan. Philly is just loaded everywhere. They have the best defense in the NFL, and even Mahomes can't do anything against so much pressure. That's from a Cowboys fan. So even great quarterbacks look weak and throw picks when the O-line is trash. Giants fan. I'm about to cut this off and play Dragon Quest. Cowboys fan. So a lot of Commanders fans are putting this in the
right
make me feel better. We lost to the champs, and there's something to that, right? So you know your loss came against the champs, and you beat them once.
We beat them when they were on their run.
Yeah. It's going to be a while until Dallas can compete at this level. From a Cowboys fan, the Commanders should be beating this Chiefs team.
Good.
Yeah, that's maybe. We are in trouble. We have the third best quarterback in the division. Cowboys fan. Hey, at least he knows. At least they know. KC offense playing like they expect the refs to do all the work tonight. That's a good one. To make matters worse, I think you said this, Phil. Barkley isn't even much of a factor.
Which is really a lie because that's who left the receivers open.
Yeah, they keyed in on him. He did his job.
One-on-one, yeah. People say a lot. They even held him. Not really. If you watch the game, not really. Safety was standing still for almost a whole second before they moved.
This is the point what we were talking about earlier. We should have taken DeJohn instead of Newton and Sinnott, giving him way to the Eagles when he fell to us in the draft, so we could just get another defensive tackle and a bench-warming tight end. DeJohn is a stud rookie starting in the Super Bowl who just intercepted Mahomes. We also got Mike Samer still. We got 3 picks.
Yeah, see, you know what that is? That's somebody who's changing history.
Yeah,
to make a point, and it's not even a good point.
Both can be good players. Both can be good. I think it was a emotional
bench warming tight end. No, he got outplayed by a guy who's going
to Hall of Fame
at that position.
Look at this one. If Dak could run like he'd be more valuable, but he's fat, slow. When he tried to run, he pulled his hamstring off the bone like overnight slow cooked ribs.
God damn.
Oh, that's terrible.
Smoke Dax.
Filthy getting ready to play tonight. Chiefs look mortal. Bills are probably looking around wondering why this team wasn't around 2 weeks ago. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. People keep saying this from the Commanders fan. If not for the fumbles, we were toe-to-toe with the Eagles. We absolutely need to improve, but we're not far off. I think we're further off than most people. I know, Dev, you say we have 11 All-Pro, Pro Bowl, but I think we're going to have another 50% roster turnover. I just think that's just how it is, man. We have a lot of free agents, 1-year rentals. We'll see. We should get that Philadelphia offensive coordinator. Seems bright with a good future. Oh, wait. Didn't Philly fire him as an offensive coordinator?
No. You're talking about Kellen Moore.
I mean, Kellen Moore, sorry. Didn't Philly fire Kellen Moore as an offensive coordinator? I mean, didn't the Cowboys fire Kellen Moore as an offensive coordinator? Excuse me. That's funny.
I think he left because he wasn't offered the job.
He was fired because he was a Sean Payton guy.
Yeah.
I think they left because he wasn't offered the job when Sean Payton left.
Did you hear that analysis from Brady? The key to Jalen Hurts is that he wants to win. He's a winner. I really have to reflect on that. It's deep. Says it all. Kelsey can't propose to Taylor now.
I actually think that was going to happen.
If you would have won, maybe. It's very cliche. I don't know. Eagles have 2 Super Bowls in the last 6 years. Dallas hasn't even been to an NFC Championship game in 29 years. That's crazy. Jayden, I think Romo had 1 playoff win or 2. Dak has 1. Dak has 2 playoff wins. Phil, was this you? First, damn, I hate Philly. Second, I want to punch Sirianni. Third, holy shit, this is
not me, but that was my sentiment.
I was like, this has Phil written all over it.
Hey, look. All those things could have come from me.
That was real. That was Phil.
There's still time for an asteroid. Giants fan. There's nothing about Paul Rudd in here though, so wonder
What's this about this asteroid?
You guys just
so Dev, a lot of people coming up to the game, they didn't want to vote for the Chiefs or the Eagles, so they would vote that an asteroid would just hit New Orleans Stadium and kill everyone. So it was just floating around. Post game, wonder if they'll invite Joe Shane to the ring ceremony. If Jerry doesn't die anytime soon, the Eagles will get 6 rings before Dallas. Jerry did give Jayden Daniels some compliments down in New Orleans. I don't know if you guys heard that clip. He was like, man, we got to face him twice a year. Not looking forward to it. Could Jerry buy the Eagles and do for them what he's done to the Cowboys? Cowboys fan. How did Howie manage to pay a $50 million quarterback to hand off to a $13 million running back? That's a good one. John Mara will not sleep tonight. That's his famous line from Hard Knocks. If remember, Saquon went to Philly. We were only a handful of plays from being Super Bowl champs this year. I hate we got to listen to Philly assets. We were way more than a handful of plays. It was 55 to what that last game?
Scheme of the over 1,000.
We got our boot smoked, man.
We got curb stomped.
50 away.
Yeah. Now before that game, sure, but I am pretty sure Myles Garrett will be in Philadelphia Eagle. Howie Roseman runs circles around the league. That's terrifying. If you could imagine Myles Garrett on that defense, dude. Yam says that one tweet is right. You have to build to beat the best team in your division. If we build to beat the Eagles, we got this. It might take another 2 years. That's the key, man. People said it in our group chat too. You got to build to beat the Eagles. That's just how it is. What else?
That's a sentence that makes me sick.
Yeah.
Build to beat the Eagles.
Fuck the Vikings too. One bad playoff game for them got Daniel Jones paid over us paying Barkley. If we paid Barkley, he doesn't go to Philly, and Philly isn't sniffing a Super Bowl. Cowboys fans, there are at least 3 great drafts behind the Eagles. I used to consider Hurts a mid-level quarterback on a good team tonight, but do you think he showed us as a mobile quarterback with an accurate arm that he belongs with Patrick, Josh, and Lamar in the elite class? Devin, is Jalen Hurts elite?
No.
I think he's in the top 10 now.
Yeah, he might be in top 12.
Barely. He's not elite though.
I mean, he's the smartest quarterback in the league. That's an elite talent, I guess.
Yeah, it's Mahomes, it's Jackson, it's Josh Allen, it's Burrow, and that number 5 one you can think about. I don't know. That's about it. I can't go past.
I can
4.
think about all the other quarterbacks that would go there before I would put Hurts. But
yeah, they're gonna whoop our asses twice next year. Giants, and that's it, man. I thought that was pretty funny. Good job by Jimmy Kemsky, man. I'll have to say hats off to you, man. That was good stuff. Good little laugh. So if you guys haven't heard, Deebo Samuel is now on the trading block. You guys know this, right? Deebo Samuel is now on the trading block. Would you guys be up for a Deebo Samuel trade? I'm going to tell you what his contract is right now. His contract as it stands right now, he's only under contract for this coming year, because we're in the next year. $1.1 million and 4.8 base. So it's really nothing. It's nothing.
That's the upside. The downside is that
that means it's going to cost more.
Does he fit what we needed?
He's gonna want to sign and trade.
They don't do sign and trades in the NBA. It doesn't in the NFL. It doesn't help any side.
Or extension and trade. Like we did that to Alex Smith. We trade in extension.
But
he's 29. He's 29. He just turned 29 last month. But he's got a lot of mileage on him.
Man, if I got paid,
he's a running back.
If I got paid to do close to $30 million, I'm going Higgins, bro. 25.
He's a running back. He has 200 rushes in his career. He has over 1,000 yards rushing in the 5 years he's been playing. Yam says no to Deebo. Aaron says hell no. Tell us how you really feel, guys.
Hell no on it.
I can hear that bike squeaking too far away, as it is to pay a dude to play 12, 14 games a year. Yeah, he doesn't play. He misses games. He's only been in the league for 5 years.
I mean, there's just other guys out there who I think are better.
First season, he played 15. Second season in 2020, he played 7. Third year, he played 16. 2022, he played 13. 2023, he played 15. 2024, he played 15. So he's missed quite a bit of time, but he has 22 touchdowns in 5 years, 4,792 yards. And for rushing, he has 1,143 and 20 touchdowns. So he's like a Curtis Samuel.
I just don't think we're going to run him like
Marcus
that. So if they play him as a straight wide receiver, no, here's the contract's favorable, and that's why I'm considering. But I don't. I would want when you got guys like T. Higgins might be out there, DK Metcalf might be out there. There's better guys that you can go after. You're going to spend the money, but
do you think? So the way they kind of used De'Ami Brown this year in a dynamic fashion, I say that seriously, that Debo could do that way better than De'Ami ever did.
Yes. So you're going to make De'Ami your wide receiver 3 or 4?
No, I mean, De'Ami just wouldn't be on the team. He's afraid.
I'm sorry. I mean, Debo. Debo be your wide receiver 3 then.
I don't know. I don't know how much he's going to get paid. He's going to want to demand. It's tough to say, man. This is his second deal. Usually your second deal is your biggest deal that you get in your career. And no. They extended him super early. Yeah. So he's been in the league since 2019. So he already got one extension. So he got $58 million on his second
I mean,
deal.
granted, statistically speaking, he's been better than anyone who's on our roster right now in terms of his production. I mean, he
better value, Yam said.
But realistically speaking, I mean, his injuries have kind of limited his production. I mean, other than 2021, where he caught 77 passes, 1,405 yards, averaged 18.2 a catch, he's been mostly a 11, 12-yard guy per catch. So,
but we're only talking
50 to 60 catches a year.
He only catches slants and hitches, bro.
Guys, we're only talking his contract. We're not even talking about what it might even cost to get him. You got to trade. So you're either trading a person or a pick.
He's costing at least a 2.
And Adam Peters was there when he drafted him. But I just don't see Adam Peters trading these. I feel he's a build through the draft guy. So I don't see them.
Unless Adam can really swindle a good deal. Yeah, you can probably spend not much more draft capital if you want to get an established guy. If you want to build through, but we say Adam Peters is built through the draft, but that roster turnover wasn't just draft picks.
No, it wasn't. It was a lot of free agency. We didn't get any. We got some guys that proved to be way better than we thought they were. Like, I did not know Lou was going to be as good as he was. I knew Bobby Wagner had some left in the tank. I didn't think, what's the guy? Cleveland Farrell was going to play as good as he did. I'm sorry, Dante Fowler was going to get as many sacks as he did. So Marcus said he would sign Hollywood Brown. Where is he? Is he in Arizona? I don't even know where he is.
No, he's in the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Man, isn't he always hurt too? Yeah, exactly. Aaron says no to DK Metcalf for me. I don't know, man. DK has the same metrics as like Calvin Johnson, and for some reason he can't put it together. He's faster, stronger, and he still could not put up numbers. Even with Russell Wilson throwing you the ball, I don't know what it is about DK Metcalf, man. Mr. Titan, what's up, gents? Hope all is well, man. Yeah, hope you're doing well too. We're just enjoying the post Super Bowl game, talking about some trades. I'm not sure if we trade for old Debo Samuel. Would you trade for him, Dev? If you're Adam Peters?
I mean, it would depend on the price, and I wouldn't. Like I said, if I had to pay him like a second round pick and pay this nigga $30 million, I'm waiting on Higgins, dog. Yeah. All Higgins is gonna cost you his money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would. Which we have more than anyone that's a contender. So that's where I would go with that. But I look at Metcalf the same way as Debo. I feel like they only run slants and hitches now. You can throw downfield to Metcalf though, like a straight route. But
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, obviously I'd take him though. If you just asking me based on talent, would I want him? Fuck yeah. But I mean, I don't know if I'd rather if I got to come off some shit, I'm going for Higgins.
Yeah, I can see that.
By the way, isn't Chase also a free agent?
Chase Young?
No, for Cincinnati. Aren't they both?
Yeah, but he's not going to be available.
I mean, I'm just saying. I thought I'd go after him, let him tag that motherfucker. I'd give up that first round pick. Chase.
Yeah. Tennessee, I don't. They got Calvin Ridley and Treylon Burks, man. They're pretty set. Chris Godwin's going to be available. When you talk about
time too.
When you talk about, I think there's only 2 teams in NFL that are paying 2 wide receivers over, was it $60 million? It's the Eagles with Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, and it's the 49ers with Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. Nobody else is paying. Last year, the Bucks were paying over 100 with Mike Godwin and with Chris Evans and Mike. Not 100, but their value is over 100. But it current year to year, I think $50 million, over $50 million was just the Eagles and I want to say the Niners. So that's what you're going up against. If you really want to pay, that. That's what you're up against. Nobody else is really paying their wide receivers like stupid money. 2 wide receivers, stupid money. Yam says Fowler's a detriment to the run D. He is. But I think you bring him there to rush the passer. But like with Chase Young, we used to bring him there to rush the passer. They had that motherfucker back in pass coverage. You remember that? Like, what are you doing? The worst is when I saw Montez Sweat, Chase Young, and Ryan Kerrigan in pass coverage. It's like, who was our defensive coordinator under Jay Gruden?
Mike Nolan? No.
He's a former linebacker, I think.
Greg Minuski.
We're gonna be aggressive, and that dude had all his DNs in pass coverage. You're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Mr. Titan says nobody wants to come to the Titans. That's what happens when you're bad. You got the number 1 pick, man. Real quick, what are you gonna do with the number 1 pick? Where do you think the Titans should do with the number 1 pick? You gonna draft a guy? Who would you draft, or would you trade it and get a haul? Travis Hunter's gonna be there. You said they like Will Levis, so I'm guessing not a quarterback. So it's got to be Travis Hunter, right? Who else you get with the number 1 overall pick? I don't know. Marcus says, I believe Adam Peters will trade back with our 2nd round pick to add more picks, and I think DK Metcalf will get released. Yeah. Obats throwbacks Claude. It was Jack Del Rio. That was under Ron Rivera. But same thing. Jack Del Rio also had the defensive ends, edge rushers in coverage, but Greg Minuski also did. But yes, point taken. Jack Del Rio also did as well. All right, guys, let's talk about key offseason dates coming up for the Washington Commanders. So the key dates coming up, February 24th to the 3rd. So that's literally 2 weeks from today. The combine starts. And this is why it's kind of not fair to the teams that get went to the Super Bowl. That they're now like if Kellen Moore's going to be the Saints head coach, he can't start assembling his team till today. Where all these other coaches are already in place, they're already assembling his teams. Like the penalty you get from coming off a Super Bowl team is you are now a month behind everyone else. So I think they should have a coaching frenzy. You have 10 days to form your team and coaches for teams to pick a coach or push the combine back to the right. I don't know how you fix it, but it's not fair. You guys have an opinion on that, or do you not give a shit at all?
I don't really give a shit. I mean, it's not fair, but at the same time, you're the one who held out for that guy. If you're the Saints,
that's true. But like when I talked to my friend who works for the Lions, she said it was definitely a distraction when they knew Ben Johnson was gone and they knew Aaron Glenn was gone, and they were not prepared to play us because the focus was not there.
Oh, is that their excuse now?
I mean, from someone who works for the team, they just said they knew they were both gone and the team was unfocused. That's not why they lost. They just said the team was unfocused.
Feels like excuses.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they had what? They were like us. They had 14 people on the IR, 15 people on the IR, something like that. They were a healthy Lions, I think, would have went all the way. A healthy Lions, I think, would have beat that Eagles team, in my opinion. I mean, and of course that.
Assuming that we shout them niggas, their offense didn't do really much either. But I don't. It's hard easy to say that.
Yeah, but they were down 3 starting offensive linemen too. You know what I mean? Like they were down a lot of players.
We're down some niggas though.
We weren't.
I don't know who
We were not.
Didn't some offensive players didn't play on the line or some shit?
No, we like
I'm
I
trying to
said,
make up- I'm trying to
our
make up
roster
this
is
on
not that good. We were just
that's one reason.
we have
our roster
Jayden.
ain't good.
Jayden makes up for everyone's deficiencies. That's the end. That's the bottom line, man. So key off season days: 24 February to 3 March, the scouting combine. March 4th is the transition and franchise tag deadline. I'm not sure. Do you see the Commanders franchise tagging anyone? I don't even know if there's anyone available that would be in that boat for us.
Shit, Wagner.
PFF has a article for franchise tag candidates for the Commanders. They have none because everyone's a free agent. Bobby Wagner, Dante Fowler, Jeremy Chin, and Zach Ertz are all free agents. So they have none that would be worthwhile. Just for the record, for Philadelphia, they're also candidates that have none. Dallas, we're talking NFC East, also none. So there you go. So that's the franchise tag deadline. March 10th through 12th, free agency. 30 days from now, man, free agency begins. That's crazy. That's insane. March 12th, the trading period ends. April 21, off-season programs for all the teams begin. And then we'll get more data. And then the draft is 24 through 26 of April. That's the draft. I don't know where – you guys know where the draft is this year? I totally forgot about it.
Is it Tennessee?
I have no idea. I'd have to ask someone in the chat. I don't know.
Vegas, maybe?
While we're looking at that, May 1st is the fifth-year option deadline for all your fifth-year players. That would include Jahan Dotson this year.
Green Bay.
Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this
in
the other day.
Wisconsin. Yeah. Okay, and that's it for key dates. And I'm sure there'll be more coming up. We'll see some with all the OTAs and training camp dates when all those will get announced. So that'll be what it's going to be. But yeah, man, I think we've culminated on everything we wanted to talk about today. But as you guys know, I'd love to end the episode with good things that are going on in anyone's life at the moment. So if y'all got something good happening to you or your family or your friends or your loved ones in the chat, put it in there and let us know. Share with us, man. We always want to end on a positive note here. So somebody please share some good news because it's what keeps us going. Phil, Dev, you guys got any good news?
I'm watching Paradise on Hulu. It's the dopest shit.
Paradise. I don't know what that is.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to explain to you what it is without ruining the show. So
okay.
Watch the trailer. It's pretty dope.
Juan says, what's up, fellas? Just now catching up on you guys coming home after getting cooked by Wemby. Did the Wizards play Wemby tonight? They did. That's right. I forgot about that. Well, we're one step closer to getting Cooper Flag. Okay, there we go. 131 to 121. The Wiz lost to the San Antonio Spurs. What did Wemby do? Wemby tonight.
Has the guy that has the team with the best odds really won that most of these years? Or
it's a crapshoot, man.
The NBA, NFL needs to do it. If the NFL ever did a draft lottery, it would blow TV away, bro.
Oh, I know.
I don't know why they haven't adopted that, honestly.
No,
it would stop all this tanking
shit. The last team should get the first pick.
Nah, it stop all this tanking shit. They should make the top 5 teams be in a lottery.
I mean, I guess the incentive would be to make you do a little bit better. Wemby scored 31.
It's top 5. You got to do a whole 14 like the NBA. Top 5 lottery.
Man, De'Aaron Fox scored 30. Wemby scored 31. Why did I know Chris Paul was on the Spurs? How did I not know that?
Wondering, what did he do with them both?
8 points.
Yeah, like I wonder what the fuck they still got that nigga on the team.
Yeah. I mean, the Wizards all dropped numbers, man. Every single player had double digits. That's great.
They should have traded Chris Paul, bro.
Yeah. Jordan Poole had 16. We had no big stars come out. Sarr did not play, so all good. All good. Juan, I'm sorry, man. Big hype fan, big DC sports fan, man. Hey, for the record, everyone, in 2018, the Philadelphia Eagles won their Super Bowl. You know who won the Stanley Cup that year?
Caps.
The Washington Capitals. So
guess who is one has the second best record in the NHL right now?
I believe we have the most points as well.
No, we're last I saw Winnipeg.
Okay,
but they've also played 2 more games.
We're close. So if the trend continues, Eagles won in 2018 and the Eagles won in 2025. Caps won in 2018. Caps are destined. And Ovi has 19 games to score 15 goals to break Wayne Gretzky's record.
More than 19 games.
I thought it was 19. I know he only 15 goals.
They have 80. Okay, so there's 82 games in NHL season.
Yeah, I thought they were already at like 60.
Nope.
60.
Washington is at 55.
Oh, shoe in.
It is projected that he will break the record at his current pace in April in a regular season game against somebody, but it's going to be a home game.
Yes.
If he holds up the pace. Now, yeah, it's
OV. Real quick, guys, do us a favor. Please hit that like button on your way out. And thank you for spending your Monday night with us.
Baby.
We're kind of week to week, as the news flows. We want to do 2 episodes a week, Monday night and Thursday night. But if it's just not flowing, I'm not sure what we're going to do. We got to build up some top 5s. Last year, we didn't even get to a lot of stuff because the Commanders moves was just going crazy. But if you guys have any ideas for some top 5s we could do, throw it in the chat, and man, we'll give it the old college try and bust out a couple of those. Whether it's players, whether it's things not related to football, the Commanders, or sports, man, we don't care. We'll do it all. Dev, any closing words, Dev?
Top 5 favorite Louisville players.
Yeah, Malachi, Jay Gruden will be number 1.
No, I don't.
Lamar be number 1. Jay Gruden be number 2.
You talking about the Philadelphia Eagles tackle?
Top 5 Louisville players of all time. I said Jay Gruden will be number 1 for you.
Nah, it's a tough one though. Johnny Unitas might be number 1.
I would have Lamar. I'd have Teddy Bridgewater.
Lamar, Johnny Unitas.
I keep forgetting Johnny Unitas with a Cardinal.
I always for some reason, because he's from Western Pennsylvania,
like Ray Buchanan,
like Pitt or something like that.
Ray Buchanan. There's a few, man. Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, Teddy B went from coaching high school back to the NFL quarterback scene. Good for him. But all right, we appreciate everyone checking in, man. Thanks for stopping by. It's all love. Great season for the Commanders. Made to the NFC Championship.
Juan brings it up. XFL starting soon.
Yes, so spring football is here. I can't wait to take my kids to Audi Field, watch a couple XFL games. UFL. It's the UFL now. Watch the DC Defenders tear it up, man. Watch the Beer Snake. I know Juan's at every game. Juan is at every DC Defenders game. Juan's just the greatest.
And
DC
baseball opening day. Hey, look, pitchers and catchers are soon to report. That's why I'm wearing my Nats bucket.
Oh, I forgot. Ernest Gibbons also Louisville.
Ernest Gibbons.
Sam Madison.
I just said it as a joke, and Dev's already got it on the mind.
Oh, bam. We got one, fellas. I'm going to write this down. Yam has a damn good one.
Mark Clayton.
Top 5 teams. Top 5 pro sports team logos, current or past. Done.
Oh, can we also do a top 5 worst?
Top 5 worst? I'm sure we could.
Top 5 worst sports logos.
The original Wizards logo. Terrible.
Oh man, you know what, man? You know what? I always forget. By the way, I'm like, you know who also played for Louisville? We don't ever mention.
What?
Joe Jacoby.
I mentioned him, but I mentioned him as.
Oh, I forgot about that too.
Yeah, he went to Louisville. We never mentioned Joe Jacoby.
Oh, nice.
Louisville guy.
Should be in the Hall of Fame. Should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, they got a couple, man. Tom Jackson's in the Hall of Fame. He's a Louisville guy.
Yeah.
Mark Clayton. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame. Sam Madison ain't neither.
Mark Clayton, and I believe Mark Clayton should. I always thought he was the better of the Marx brothers down in Miami.
Bruce Armstrong's in there, right? Yeah. Offensive tackle, New England.
No, Bruce Armstrong's not in the Hall of Fame.
Louisville.
So the Defenders open up March 30th, 3 p.m. at Audi Field versus the Birmingham Stallions, and it goes all the way through May 30th versus St. Louis Battlehawks at Audi Field at home. So,
and can we please show up and show out? I am tired of hanging out with these UFL fans, and all I gotta hear is
yeah, Battlehawks, man. Battlehawks are like the Chiefs of the UFL, man. I believe
they're like the Eagles of the UFL.
The Eagles.
Yeah. Defenders are great, man. They almost won it all. They almost won it all. All right, we're gonna get on out of here. Hey everyone, thank you so much. Hit that like button on the way out on YouTube if you would. That'll be greatly appreciated. And for now, we'll see you Thursday. All right, peace. Inhale. We out. They're not like us.